I'm not gonna waste no time. SpongeBob Conspiracy 7: The Robot Invasion Theory. Let's get into it. The last one I reacted to was Goofy Goober, but that was years ago. I didn't even react to it. I was reacting to people react to it. Let's get into it.
All right. So I admit it. Some of my theories have been a little crazy lately. I mean, Goofy Goober, alien death cult theory, Pearl's dead mother theory. Let's maybe try and slow down a bit on this one. There is a secret robot invasion happening in Bikini Bottom! Everywhere you look, robots have integrated themselves into society, kidnapping and replacing people with robot cyborgs, waiting for their chance to rise up and start the robot apocalypse.
It 100% was. Everything he says just makes sense, and he'll put the facts down, and he'll say it, put the facts down, and then I'm like, okay. I'm like, what? For real? Yeah, that makes. I'm like,
this is not a joke.
No,
I repeat,
this guy,
the robots are
credible. He's credible.
The robots are coming.
This is the robot invasion theory.
Let me watch this one. Yeah, whoever that is, that's not to play basketball for real. He made that shot by pure luck, by the way. What is that? What are those moves? It's not it. Right? It's not getting nobody, bro.
Alex.
Flow.
Oh. Sorry, what?
Remember Jordan's
You okay,
signature shimmy? My bad.
Yeah, sorry, I've just got a lot on my mind lately.
How's the SpongeBob theorizing going?
It's good. It's good. I'm actually thinking about maybe stopping.
Why? They're huge.
Yeah, I mean, people watch them. It's just, I didn't go to film school for 3 years just to make SpongeBob theories forever.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just something you're doing now. Doesn't mean you have to do them, like, forever.
It's easy for you to say. I mean, what, you're a year out of film school and you're already directing commercials?
Yeah, but I didn't go to film school to make commercials either. It's just something I'm doing for now. I like SpongeBob theories.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, these,
These
videos
okay, so I see what he's doing. He's making it, he's basically telling us what he wants to really do. Instead of just SpongeBob theories, because he went to film school.
So just,
This is tough. I mean, this is 3 years ago, so he's probably doing stuff
Not sure
right
if I'm up for it anymore.
Dude, up for it? You just like watching cartoons all day. That sounds awesome. I would kill to have as many followers as you, man. I'd be set. I've been trying to get my film funded for months, and I still have nothing to show for it. You know, sounds like a pretty sweet gig you got there. But
Hey, it's time for another SpongeBob conspiracy. Wow, I just realized I've been making SpongeBob videos for over a year now. Definitely did not think that I'd still be making these a year later. But it's all worth it, right? Because you guys love them, and I love making them, and they're super easy to make.
I feel like these are not easy to make. There's no way. He puts a lot of time and effort to what he says and what he does. And the information he get. And then like one time he scoured an entire website just to get 3 pieces of information. There's no way these are easy to make. He's definitely lying.
Time to talk about today's sponsor. Do you like intense, action-packed mobile games? Epic monsters with hundreds.
It's just. Easy. Yes, he's watching the entire SpongeBob series for over and over just for these videos. No, this is not easy to make in the slightest. And he's doing he's making his own storyline. What do you remember the monster? Like he had to feed the monster stuff, and the effects were actually pretty good. It actually seemed like there was an actual monster in his house. So these are not easy to make at all.
One of my favorite episodes of SpongeBob is the season 3 episode Crabborg. SpongeBob watches a scary robot movie, then gets super paranoid about robots taking over, and even kidnaps Mr. Krabs.
What? You think I'm a robot?
We don't think, we know.
It's a really funny episode, but I can't help but wonder if SpongeBob's fears might be a bit more justified than we thought. In the episode SB129, we get our first glimpse of the future of Bikini Bottom, 2,000 years later.
Okay, what's going on here? Why is everything chrome?
Everything is chrome in the future.
We see a world covered in chrome, where everyone has been replaced with robotic people.
SpongeBob, is that you?
SpongeBob? No! I am Spongetron.
And this isn't the only time we see a future full of robots. In the season 7 episode Back to the Past, SpongeBob time travels to an alternate future where Man Ray takes over, and once again, people have been replaced by robots. And then, in the second SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water, there's a deleted scene where SpongeBob and Plankton go to the future and see this.
There's animation, not animation.
We
Top.
did it! I wonder when we are. Excuse me, sir. Do you know what year this is? Cyborgs?
I did not know
We
this
didn't
happened.
go back in time. We went front in time.
And there's even foreshadowing in episodes that take place in the present. In the Krusty Krab training video, we hear this.
Well, luckily for you, Mr. Krab's fear of robot overlords keeps the balance of technology in check.
And in Insecurity Guards, we can see an exhibit that clearly shows the evolution of SpongeBob eventually getting taken over by robots. Okay, so there seems to be
Okay,
a
so
lot
there's
of
a lot
evidence
of
for the
stuff.
future of Bikini Bottom being taken over by robots.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so there's a lot
honestly,
of stuff explained.
why does any of this matter? I mean, robots ruling the world is a pretty common depiction of the future in lots of different media. And even if this is the canonical future of the show, it's at the very least thousands of years in the future. It's not like we can already see this robot invasion happening in present-day Bikini Bottom, right? Here's an interesting question about SpongeBob that's always bothered me. Why are there so many robots in the show? And I'm not talking about Sandy or Plankton's inventions. It makes sense for them to have robots since they're both genius inventors. But why do hospitals and office buildings and amusement parks and Weenie Hut
Here we
Juniors
go.
and many, many more places have such advanced robots? I mean, let's ignore the fact that they're
Oh yeah, and
underwater.
I was gonna say, I was just about to say, they're underwater. How are you? How? They're underwater. Why they're not dead? I was about to say, what's going on? And I did not know there was this many robots in the show. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know there were. I did not. I mean, it's been years since I watched this show, so there's a lot of things I don't know. So these theories do enlighten me on a bunch of things.
And robots wouldn't really make sense down here. Bikini Bottom isn't like a super advanced society, right? You wouldn't really say that they have much futuristic technology,
No.
except when it comes to robots. But why? And what's even stranger is that there are many, many instances where these robots suddenly turn evil. The first time I really started to notice this was in the season 7 episode Tunnel of Glove. SpongeBob and Pearl get trapped in a Glove World boat ride that's full of animatronics. Patrick tries to set them free by breaking into the control room, but accidentally causes all the animatronics to suddenly turn evil and attack SpongeBob.
Come on, hold up. Okay, I'm good now. But another prediction: he's gonna make theories about other series eventually. I mean, this was 3 years ago, so maybe he did. Let me see. Cocoa Puffs theory. The Blues Clues Explorer. What? 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 Yeah, he got some peak stuff. Let me go back a little bit. I wasn't paying attention.
Patrick tries to set them free by breaking into the trapped in a glove world. Notice this was in the seasons where they have much futuristic technology, except when it comes to robots. But why? And what's even stranger is that there are many, many instances where these robots suddenly turn evil. The first time I really started to notice this was in the season 7 episode Tunnel of Glove. SpongeBob and Pearl get trapped in a Glove World boat ride that's full of animatronics. Patrick tries to set them free by breaking into the control room, but accidentally causes all the animatronics to suddenly turn evil and attack SpongeBob. Now, this is a pretty basic cartoon trope. Someone accidentally breaks the controls, then the robot malfunctions and turns evil. This isn't really all that weird for SpongeBob. Except, what's strange about this is that Patrick doesn't break any controls. He hits a button labeled animatronic override, and that's what causes the robots to turn evil.
So there's something in their program to make them evil. Why? Why is it a thing? Why is it something in their program to make them evil? Suspicious.
Lean on this wall.
Huh? What did override just mean? Like overriding their code and giving it a new one. They have preset code that the creator of it made. Overriding is getting rid of that code and making an entirely new one and putting that one on top of that, and that's the base one now. So basically, there was two versions of the code I'm hopefully guessing. This is basic, right? Basic knowledge, I think, right? Hopefully. Why is there an evil code for them? This isn't a malfunction. This is
They
a
aren't
code
malfunctioning.
rewrite.
The robots were intentionally designed to have a button that makes them attack people, but why?
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah, yep,
in
so
the
I was right, I
episode
was
Good
right.
Neighbors, Squidward discovers a flyer for a home security system that's suspiciously free, despite it clearly being very advanced. After he sets it up, his house suddenly grows arms and legs and starts destroying Bikini Bottom.
Whoa, Squidward's house is destroying the neighborhood.
Why?
Now, to be fair, this was a malfunction caused by SpongeBob,
Okay.
but why would a simple home security system have giant arms and legs? I mean, the malfunction didn't create them, they were clearly already installed.
Yes.
They eventually do manage to stop the house, but what's really creepy about this is that we can still see signs of Squidward's house being sentient after this episode. Then, in the season 11 episode, Krusty Clean...
What? Because it would be like, oh, it's just a one-off thing episode, but obviously he's doing it. Like, we could think like, oh, he's doing theories on this, pointing out what things and then connecting them, but it's just a one-off thing. Maybe some things happen. Maybe they reference some other things. But if it was like his house became sentient after that situation, that's what? That's not just a one-off thing. That's lore. That's lore. That's lore. Whoa. But who is making these robots? Because none of the SpongeBob characters other than Plankton are smart enough. Yeah. Maybe he's probably gonna get into that.
SpongeBob and Patrick go to an office building and encounter a trash cleaning robot. The robot immediately attacks them for causing a mess.
Why are all these robots dangerous?
But
Why do
this
they all
time,
wanna
there's
kill
no
them?
malfunction that causes this. It's working exactly as intended. Not only does the trash robot have a
Who made
buzzsaw and a literal laser cannon, but it also turns all of the
and
nearby
Sandy,
machines into
she's
killer
smart enough.
robots to help hunt down SpongeBob and Patrick. So
That's really it.
where
That's
are
all
all
you
these
stuff.
places
That's it.
getting these
That's it.
super advanced robots? And more importantly, why are they all being programmed to suddenly turn evil? This is a question that stumped me for a while.
Plus the robots don't
until
have
I
a
watched
brand
the
or a name.
season
Yeah,
11
they
episode,
don't have
My
anybody, like,
Leg.
we don't-
This
can't see.
is the episode where I truly realized there was an actual conspiracy theory here and not just cartoon antics. It's time we finally find out who is behind the robot invasion.
My leg. Oh, now we're getting into it. Oh, wait, he said who's gonna be responsible, so now we're gonna know. How to get a wild animal out of your house. Oh, this is the part where he does his own stuff. How to get a giant tentacle monster out of your house. Why didn't you grab the biggest one? Yeah, I was about to say, boy.
Hey, I'm
Why?
still serious about you
Probably. It's a
leaving
wine
this
glass.
house.
I don't think a knife
It's
is
not that I
gonna
don't
stop a tentacle
appreciate
monster.
everything you've done for me. It's just, I think we want very different things. You know, I don't want it to come to this, but I will use force if I have to. So, you better go.
See, we're getting into the mastermind now. We finna find out who was doing
The
this.
episode My Leg focuses on the reoccurring gag of this one fish always injuring his leg throughout the show.
My leg! My leg! My leg!
At one point in the episode, he goes to a hospital and meets a robot that works there. It's just a small throwaway gag. The robot never turns evil or does anything strange.
Don't take my leg! Don't take my leg!
But there's something awfully familiar about the robot's design. Let's go all the way back to the season 3 episode Plankton's Army, which opens with Plankton trying to steal the Krabby Patty's secret formula with a robot disguise.
You never know what trick he'll use to steal me secret Krabby Patty formula.
What a quaint restaurant. I think I will sample their wares.
These robots have an uncanny similarity, right down to the same tie. Okay, but maybe we could just chalk this up to the showrunners being lazy and reusing assets. But SpongeBob has always had a pretty diverse amount of robot designs throughout the show. And it's not like this is a direct copy-paste either. They went to the effort to redesign the
my
face
bad, I
of the
was not
show.
listening for a
And
second.
it's not like this is a direct
the heck?
copy-paste either. They went to the effort to redesign the face and colors, but it was still clearly based on Plankton's robot. So, Here's my
Plankton?
theory.
Is it
Plankton
Plankton?
has built many robots to try and steal the Krabby Patty's secret formula, but I think after he fails to do so, he doesn't just throw them away. He redesigns the robots and then gives them to different businesses in Bikini Bottom with the intention to one day use them to take over the world once he has enough in place. I mean, we know what Plankton really
This is a
wants
smart
isn't the
plan,
secret
actually.
formula, it's to rule the world.
I will rule the world!
And there's even the video game, Battle for Bikini Bottom, where Plankton tried to take over using an army of robots. So, this theory doesn't seem too far-fetched for Plankton's character, but we're gonna need a lot more evidence if we're gonna prove he's the one behind all the robots in Bikini Bottom.
Why is
So,
SpongeBob
let's get
naked?
started.
Why did I
In the
just see
season
that?
3 episode, No Weenies
Ew.
Allowed, we see a robot working at a place called Weenie Hut Juniors.
Would you care for another Diet Cola with a lemon twist, weenie?
And while it doesn't resemble any of the robots we've seen Plankton make, does that voice sound familiar to you?
Would you care for another Diet Cola with a lemon twist? What a quaint restaurant. I think I will sample their wares.
And again, it's not like this is the
Okay.
default robot voice we hear in SpongeBob. There are many different voices the show has used for robot characters.
What a quaint restaurant.
Greetings, I am Robo 2.1.
No threat detected. This is very uncomfortable.
Leave my father alone!
But here, they specifically recreated
Okay,
the voice
yep.
from Plankton's robot. Let's go back to Glove
Yeah,
World for
nah.
a second. In the control room, we see a machine on the wall that looks shockingly like SpongeBob. So much so that Patrick even mistakes him for it. We know Plankton has built a SpongeBob robot before in Welcome to the Chum Bucket. Maybe he repurposed it here inside of Glove World. In Krusty Cleaners, the trash robot also has a striking resemblance to Plankton's robot in the Season 9 episode Eek and Urchin. In the Season 5 episode The Patty Gadget, Squidward tries to get SpongeBob fired by replacing him with a machine that creates Krabby Patties for free. But it's never explained where Squidward got this machine. Now, it doesn't resemble anything we've seen Plankton make, but a staple in a lot of Plankton's inventions is having them resemble his likeness, especially with one eye in the middle, and that's exactly what we see with the Patty Gadget. And the patties it makes are terrible, which would make sense for something Plankton made. In the episode All That Glitters, SpongeBob buys a super advanced talking spatula.
Les Spatula 3000.
Why
at
is he
your
naked?
service.
But in the episode Evil Spatula, we find out Plankton has a whole collection of advanced spatulas just like
Yo! Yo, what? The mad evidence is stacked up in a span of 30 seconds. He has a bunch of spatulas. There was a spatula that turned evil from the SpongeBob had it. There was a machine that can make Krabby Patties, and it made Krabby Patties horrible. It's the one-eye trope.
this one, and even tries to trick SpongeBob into taking a talking spatula. It seems like no matter where we turn, we can find a connection between the technology in Bikini Bottom and Plankton. But if you remember in those glimpses of the future, the world isn't just ruled by robots. They've actually replaced all the existing citizens with robot copies.
I am SpongeTron.
And believe it or not, this is also something we can already see happening in Bikini Bottom today. Get ready to see how far this robot invasion has really gone.
Okay, talk to me.
Hey,
Hey.
Victoria, what are you doing here?
I was just around, thought I'd stop by. Can I come in? Or
Inside? No, it's not a good time right now.
in all honesty, it kind of seems like you're going through something. I just wanted to check in on
Chilling, just leave me alone.
I appreciate that. It's just I'm fine. You know,
That's
it's
what
just
I
the
would like.
SpongeBob stuff is
I would
keeping me really busy. I'm a little
I
stressed
would have been
about
tripping.
that.
I don't know how he's just gone.
But I'm fine.
What are you looking
let
at?
me go.
Hey, what are you looking at?
being really weird. You're not answering your phone. You're living in total darkness. You just talk to me. What's going on?
No, if you come in here, you're gonna
Fine,
die.
Okay, we can talk. Just not here.
Fine. Do you want to get coffee or something?
Sure, fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Coffee sounds great.
I gotta put something away. Just stay
Yeah,
with
he's
me.
finna, bro. He's finna reveal some crazy stuff, bro. I'm not lying. He just made 4 connections back to back so easily. Plankton, one eye, bad Krabby Patties, spatula, evil, like, bro.
Now,
oh my shit.
we know Plankton has tried to turn people into robots before.
SpongeBob, come in here. Or should I say Robot Bob?
But he gave up after
Robot.
SpongeBob was too annoying.
You've got to take that yellow nightmare back. It's not worth it.
But I don't think this was his only
What?
attempt.
Whoa,
In the season
whoa, Plankton, whoa, Plankton. You might want to rephrase what you just said. Pause on that one, yo. What did he just say?
Back. It's not worth it.
But I don't think this was his only attempt. In the season 11 episode, The Checkup, SpongeBob and Squidward are trying to give Mr. Krabs a health checkup by testing his pinching reflexes.
Okay, I brought plenty of things for Mr. Krabs to pinch. A pinch of salt.
Oh,
and one of the
just
things
died.
they have him pinch is a baby.
A baby's cheek.
Oh.
Lucky that was a robot baby.
Some random baby just turned out to be a robot, and it's never explained why. That's weird even for SpongeBob. But things get
whoa,
even more
he just-
interesting when we go back to
killed a
season
baby.
9 in the episode Plankton's
thought he just
Pet,
killed a
where
baby for
Plankton
real.
tries to steal a Krabby Patty using the exact same purple baby as a robot disguise.
Oh, so it's Plankton. There's no way it's not, bro. It's literally the same baby. It's kind of scary how the baby didn't look like a robot at all. Yeah, and so it's no way it's not Plankton. Maybe he reveals something. It's not Plankton. My theory is Plankton. This Plankton is really good at making these robots. They look. I thought that was the actual, baby, one of the fish babies.
That diabolical fiend! I can't believe this is working!
And we're not even done yet. If we go even further back to the season 5 episode Goo Goo Gas, we can actually see the exact moment where
He just whoa, yo, he's really. Oh my, he's really going crazy.
Plankton gets the idea to turn the baby into a robot.
Why,
That's the same baby.
so tiny and helpless, I could take your formula whenever I wanted to, and you couldn't do a thing about it.
What?
That's it! Finally, victory will be mine!
I would just say it to a
in
baby.
the episode, it's
I can
implied
take
that
whatever
it's
I
just
want,
him getting the
whenever I
idea
want,
to turn
how
everyone
I
into
want.
babies to steal the formula. But isn't it crazy how it also perfectly
Give me back
lines
my
up
bottle
with
before I
the purple
smack
baby
you.
fish suddenly turning into a robot in future episodes?
I will, bro. I'm
Now,
not playing around. Give me back my bottle for really get serious.
There's another fish who's always been very suspicious to me. The strangely realistic news anchor fish.
All of Bikini Bottom is abuzz over the identity of a mysterious flying man who helps people. Who knows what superhero act of courage he'll astound us with next?
In a show full of cartoon characters, why is he the only realistic one? In fact, I made a whole
Talk about
theory
it.
about how
Hold
there are
up.
evolved cartoony
Yeah,
fish
yeah,
that can
can you do that
talk
some
and
more, just-
primitive realistic fish who can't. But as many people have pointed out, the one exception to this
Why
is
he
the
kinda sound like
realistic
Plankton?
news
Yeah,
anchor
I'm not like he
fish.
does sound like
Well,
Plankton.
if you ask me, he
He
looks
does.
a lot like one of those animatronic singing fish you buy in a gift shop.
Yeah, I was like-
Especially the way
yeah.
he mechanically moves his mouth and how we only ever see one side of him. So, already a pretty strong indication that he might be a robot, but there's also something familiar about his voice.
Sounds like
What kind of cruel, careless, evil person? I'll canvass all the seediest lowbrow dives in town.
That's right, he has the
Contract.
same
Did
voice
you watch
as
this video?
Plankton. And if you're
Did
gonna
you watch this video?
take over the world,
Nah,
then you're
but- nah,
definitely
he
gonna
sounds
want to
just
control
like
the media.
Plankton, for real.
But how exactly is Plankton replacing these people with robots? Well, I think the season 10 episode Whirly Brains gives us an important clue. In this episode, suddenly a new toy becomes extremely popular in Bikini Bottom, the Whirly Brain.
Just flip your lid.
I'm not glad you. You predicted like 3-4. You predicted 3-4 things. I'm not glad you're going crazy.
Soar hundreds of feet into the air.
Yeah, it's a weird episode. So people are actually voluntarily
What?
attaching
Whoa.
devices to their brains and ripping them out of their bodies. And
What?
no one thinks that this is suspicious.
What?
If you
Whoa.
ask me, this seems like the perfect way to replace someone with a robot. Remember, in Welcome to the Chum Bucket, Plankton told us how he
What?
turns people into robots.
I'll be forced to remove your brain and implant it in my robot chef.
By removing their brains. But is there any proof that he's the one behind the Whirly Brain toys? Let's take a look at the new SpongeBob prequel, The Patrick Star Show. Every once in a while, the show cuts to this stop-motion parody of Frankenstein with Plankton, and he actually uses Whirly Brains to conduct his experiments. It's not super clear how this all connects to the main show. I mean, we do see Patrick interact with the stop-motion Plankton at some point, so they're at least in the same universe, but regardless, it's still a solid connection. We see another head-based gadget in the season 11 episode Bottle
Ew.
Burglars, an
Ew, look at
invisible
him.
helmet being
Is it that one
advertised
guy
in a
that-
magazine
with his
for
butt?
only 99 cents. And in the same episode, we see Plankton using the exact same helmet.
Crabs will never see me coming, Invisos.
Now, maybe this is just implying that he bought the helmet from the magazine, but that doesn't
Oh,
really
99
line up with
cents.
what we know
Turn
about
you
Plankton as an
invisible, 99
inventor.
cents.
Plus, I can't see them selling a tiny version of the helmet just for Plankton. Seems a lot more likely that Plankton created the helmet and is selling them to the people of Bikini Bottom, possibly as a way to create more robots. Alright, so we're starting to get a pretty clear idea of how Plankton plans on turning the citizens of Bikini Bottom into robots. But there is one more character that I believe has already been secretly assimilated into a robot. And it's not some random background character
Sandy
either.
Cheeks.
It's one of the main characters in SpongeBob
Sandy
SquarePants. This final part of the robot invasion theory is going to completely change the way you look at the entire show. Are you ready? Because this is the Patrick Star theory.
Uh-oh. What? Whoa. Patrick? Are there anybody? Uh-oh. Nah, contract, you're going crazy with the theories. I'm not going to lie to you. There's no way. Did you co-star in this? Did you help him? Did you help him make this? Did you help? What the
shit?
Uh-oh.
Victoria?
She left
Victoria!
the door is wide open. Yes, yeah, she's cooked. She's dead. Yeah, she's cooked, bro. It's over for her, bro. She's dead. Gary.
Now, I fully realize saying
Very
Patrick
suspicious,
is a
but I love
robot is a very bold claim. But hold your
Let's see,
judgments till the
tell-
end.
tell us.
By
Let me
far,
know.
the most requested theory I get on this channel is to cover Patrick Star, and more specifically, his inconsistent intelligence. Throughout the entire show, there are these little moments where Patrick suddenly says something smart.
I'm a bit more complicated than that. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
And then immediately goes back to being dumb. There's so many examples of this happening that many people have actually made their own theories about it. Is Patrick secretly a genius and just pretending to be dumb? Does he have a secret split personality?
I diagnosed Patrick Star with trauma-induced anxiety triggered spontaneously duplicative multi-intellectual DID with additional paranoid schizophrenic delusions of a mental multiverse.
Maybe, but I've come to a bit of a different conclusion. Have you ever noticed how every time we see Patrick try to think, there's either sparks or smoke coming out of his head?
He's going against his code.
Is Patrick thinking again?
And almost every
He's going
time we
against
see
his
inside of
code.
Patrick's head, it's
Whoa.
represented with gears or some kind of machine.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Now, we're supposed to assume that this is just a cartoony way to visualize thought, but what's strange is just how consistent they are with it. And even stranger, none of the other characters' thoughts are visualized this way.
Just got an order from the boss. Dump everything that isn't about fine dining. Squidward's happy gland is forced to take shelter in the recesses of his mind.
It's only Patrick who seems to have this
This
robotic
guy makes,
association.
I'm not lying
with
for
him.
real.
And just
He
look
makes
at
me
how
look at
detailed
SpongeBob
they are with
different
it.
for
While Patrick's
real.
head is sparking in Rule of Dumb, if you look closely, you can see a spring pop out of him, and
What the-
even a hole left behind by the spring. That
Yo!
is such a small detail that no one would notice unless you were going frame by frame. And if this is just supposed to be a metaphor inside of Patrick's head, how come SpongeBob clearly sees the spring come out? Okay, so let's entertain the idea for a moment that Patrick might be some sort of robot. How would he have gotten converted, and why does this cause him to randomly become smart every once in a while? Well, I looked at all the scenes where Patrick suddenly does something smart, and I noticed a bit of a pattern. There are two different types of these moments. There are times when we think he's saying something intelligent.
Wait, SpongeBob! We're not cavemen! We have technology!
But then it's revealed he's not actually being smart. This doesn't contradict his character at all. Patrick is someone who doesn't see himself as dumb, so there's lots of times when he tries to be smart, but he fails.
Dumb people are always blissfully unaware of how dumb they really are.
But there are also moments where he actually does do something undeniably smart.
Wait a minute, Squidward. They might be onto something.
We could filter the CO2 through our ballast tanks, refire the engines, and ride the shockwave out of here.
Wow. He's right.
But then he immediately acts oblivious to the fact that he was being smart.
We're going through with your plan, Patrick. Yay!
What plan?
So, I kept track of these two different types of moments, and it seems like after season 3 is when he suddenly switches from pretending to be smart to actually having these smart moments. And this switch perfectly lines up with the season 4 episode, Patrick's Smarty Pants. In this episode, Patrick falls off a cliff and gets his head knocked off. SpongeBob accidentally replaces his head with some brain coral, which makes him become a genius.
I find all this laughter to be highly illogical.
In the end, they switch back to his normal head, and Patrick goes back to his usual stupid
Whoa,
self.
you saw
But
that?
Take a closer look at
Look,
the
I just saw that.
brain coral.
Here's your head.
Now, many people have interpreted these gears with cobwebs as a metaphor for Patrick's brain never being used until now, but these gears are
Was
not
he the
from
first
Patrick's
robot,
brain.
so
His
he's
brain-
not as consistent or good as the other robots Plankton made? Maybe that's probably right. I'm noticing this, yo. Whoa,
came off during the
whoa.
fall, which means these gears are entirely
This is,
from
bro, this is,
the
I'm
brain
not lying, this is,
coral.
I had
And at
fun
the end of
watching
the
this,
episode,
bro.
when they
I
remove
love
the brain
theories.
coral, we can still see the electrical plug attached to it. We are no longer seeing a metaphorical representation inside of someone's head. We are seeing this plug from an outside perspective.
Yes, I'm like, a plug just came from his head. Because they showed a plug doing it, so, oh, this is a metaphor. Then they showed him actually taking a plug out of his head. But if Plankton made him, couldn't he just use him for the formula? Yeah. I mean, maybe we'll find out if Plankton made him or not. I mean, well, he should have, right? We know now that Plankton is making these robots. Did he make Patrick a robot? Because he could have just been got the formula.
Brain coral is just like the Whirly Brains, a robotic device that plugs into your brain to control you.
so
Isn't it convenient that Patrick just happened to land next to a pile of coral that looked identical to his head? Is it possible that Plankton saw this as an opportunity to add another victim to his robot invasion? But after Patrick removed it, he went back to normal, right? He completely stopped Plankton's plan, right? Well, one season later, in the episode Sing a Song of Patrick, Patrick attempts to use his brain again, and we see the exact same gears inside of his head.
Come on, you stupid brain! Work!
The creators went out of their way to recreate the exact placement of all the gears from the brain coral, which means the head Patrick put on at the end of Patrick's Smarty Pants was not his head. It was another piece of robotic brain coral. But it seems like for whatever reason, this brain coral isn't as effective as the first one, and he's only able to have rare moments of genius. In the season 12 episode SpongeBob's Big Birthday Blowout, Patrick has another one of his smart moments.
Oh, would you look at the hour? It's almost time for me to take SpongeBob on that tour so you guys can decorate his house.
But this moment in particular is very interesting because Plankton is actually there to witness it. And take a guess how Plankton responds to him.
I guess even a broken moron can be right once a day.
He calls Patrick a broken moron because he knows Patrick is a broken one of his experiments. And if you still don't believe me, in the newest episode of season 13, The Goofy Scoopers, we get this scene.
This stinks. I wanted to go backstage for it.
This is peak. Oh, this is actually peak. Patrick's a robot. Yo, hold up. I love theories. I'm not glad I love theories.
Plankton was here. Yes, he certainly was. And that is the robot invasion theory. Thank you very much.
GG's.
Okay, robot invasion theory done. Hey, we just passed 500,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. This is honestly a dream come true for me. I mean, I've always wanted to have this many people watching me for
Yeah, I gotta put a black
SpongeBob
out. I
theories.
gotta definitely have to put a black outline by the chat. Once it's like, if it's like something that was like white, you can't even see the chat. I got
You guys wouldn't all immediately
theories. I'm not glad
unsubscribe
theories
and
is
leave me if I stop making
He could have
these,
just shown
right?
the last 10 seconds and I would have believed him.
Thanks
For real,
again for
I'm not glad
watching.
y'all love
I've been
theories.
your host, the SpongeBob guy. I will see you. I'll see you guys. Bye.
Where's Victoria? Do not give me the silent treatment right now. I swear to God, if you did something, I'll...
Oh my God!
Victoria, where were you?
I was using your bathroom. Why the fuck are you pointing a knife at me?
Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, you cannot be here right now.
No, I am not leaving until you tell me what's going on.
Listen, I promise I will explain everything to you later.
Who are you?
You cannot be in here.
Why are you so afraid of me being in your house?
Victoria, I promise you, this is not the time. We have to leave right now.
Your muse isn't gonna eat me!
What?
What?
You mean the big tentacle monster in my basement? Yeah. How do you know about that?
I have one too.
What?
Hold up, this thing, he got lore? He got his own lore. What? Basically, back in the things, there was this tentacle monster that was giving him, like, he would, exchange for him living there or something, and he would give him food or, like, raw meat to eat, and then the tentacle monster would give him the ideas for theories. And give him the tentacle monster basically gave him his success in exchange for, raw meat. And I think he started demanding more things, like crazy things, like maybe it's been a while, but I think he started demanding crazy things, like maybe like human meat, I don't know, or maybe like cow, like that. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, I think, I don't know, but it was a tentacle monster that was giving him the theories exchange for him living there, and then he would give him raw meat. So maybe the tentacle monster was demanding other type of stuff. Maybe like human meat, maybe cow carcass, I don't know, horse, cow, I don't know, something like that maybe. But that was the SpongeBob conspiracy theory number 7, the robot invasion theory. Man, y'all boys subscribe if y'all want to. You don't got to. Like if you want to. You don't got to. But peace out. Peace out. It was Reverse X.